Coming to you live from a tiny Moonbase inside the regular Moonbase. There's a tiny studio in here and it's time for Good Morning Moonbase. With your host, James Turner.
Yo, he added a lighting cue and he didn't tell me. Good morning, Moonbase. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Welcome to the show. Ben, cool lighting cue.
Thank you.
That was very neat. You started the intro and the lights went down. I'm like, I hope you meant to do that.
I just gotta keep you on your toes every morning.
No,
right?
I appreciate that. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. I hope you're all doing well. We got a great one planned for you today. But before we get into that, I want to quickly thank the sponsor of the show. That's you. Whether you're supporting us over at patreon.com/LoadingReadyRun or on any of our various YouTube channels or here on twitch.tv, or if you're over at the store.loadingreadyrun.com, we give you so many ways, so many avenues to give us your money. We appreciate each and every one of you who decides to wander down that avenue because we couldn't turn the lights down and then back up without your support. So thank you all so very much. Today on the show, we have a very special guest. And let me just open up my phone as is tradition. He is a member of the Loading Ready Run crew. He hosts Tinker Tailor Solder Fry, co-hosts Rhythm Cafe with Heather Deary, and he also appears on Crossing the Streams, AFK, Loading Ready Live, and The Long Game. He piloted the car Sabine, rest in peace, during Road Quest. He plays multiple characters on Corpline, and most notably Richard Hammock Slam. I don't watch the show.
Damn.
I watch her crap shots. They're short. That's all I do. All right. He has been on several Dice Friends campaigns, perhaps most notably as Enor in both seasons of By Law and Order. He has also appeared on Desert Bus for Hope since Desert Bus 4. He is a character in Commodore Hustle, and starting in 2017, he's done the Le Mans stream, where he and friends spend 24 hours driving a virtual version of the Le Mans course, either via Project Cars 2 or Assetto Corsa. He is known for saying interesting things. He also
on the wiki.
Yeah,
this man says things.
Yeah, already having become a fan of Loading Ready Run, first worked with them in his capacity of a member of the improv troupe of at the 404s at Anime Evolution in 2009.
Oof.
Moved from Edmonton, Alberta to Victoria in October 2014. And they had only informed Beej and Heather about the move beforehand, and so surprised the rest of the crew by showing up at Moonbase Mark III while Cameron and Alex were playing XCOM Enemy Within on a swiftly tilting game. I feel like I've read that sentence before. I feel like they copy and pasted that one. He also home streams on Tilty House, where he primarily plays Yakuza games. He's in the Warrior of Light, Hope's Legacy, Lord of Night, Head of Weeb Clan, King of Bus Stops, Musical Antelope, First Knight of the Round Sign, Emissary of Hell, and Great Enabler. It's Little Ian Horner.
No. Wow, that was way to just body my character's name there in Corpline.
Yeah, Richer. Well, how do you say it?
Oh, well, the name is Richter Hammock Slam, but
Richter. Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back and steal your pronunciation as some sort of a doppelganger for a future episode. Richard Hammock Slum. Hello.
Okay. So last week we had Matt in.
Yes.
And in his trivia section was a little note about his mom being real good at curling, which I didn't know.
Okay.
Which was pretty cool. Here's something that I don't know this story. Ian once did computer work for David Byrne, like of Talking Heads.
Yeah, literally of the Talking Heads.
Okay, prior to a concert, Byrne to this day owes him $350.
Yep, never got paid for that gig.
I would like to know this story.
Oh, well, okay. This was, oh God, I can't remember the exact year, but this was back when I was living in Edmonton before I'd moved to Japan.
Okay.
And a friend of mine did tech support for the folk festival that was happening there. And David Byrne, of course, being a talented musician and decent, well, as I understood, decent and upstanding human being, was a Mac user.
Okay.
And my friend knew nothing about Macintosh at the time. It was the early days of macOS. So he said, come in, David Byrne needs some help pairing his cell phone to his laptop.
Okay.
And so while I'm there, I get my initial call out fee. I'm there for a couple hours. I'm hanging out with his crew in the back.
Like, is he on tour?
Yeah, he's
Okay,
He's
so
on tour,
he's
and
in Edmonton on tour with the Talking Heads.
yeah, with the Talking Heads for the Folk Festival.
Okay.
And I'm in his I'm in his back rooms. I'm with his group, fixing his computer.
Yeah.
And get up. It's time to leave. And I figure, okay, well, you know what? I'm co-contracting with my friend, so he'll take care of the billing. And well, thanks, Ian. Here, why don't you take the rest of this Big Rock beer in a garbage can away with you?
Okay.
Just the entirety of his studio. So that was all the compensation I got. Never got a check from him. Never got the $350 I was owed for that. So
I feel like your friend owes you that money, unless David Byrne, maybe. If you had assumed that your friend would do the billing afterwards.
yes, but that makes for a much less interesting story. And I don't get to say David Byrne owes me $350.
That's fair.
Did you confirm that your friend didn't get the money and then just didn't give it to you?
Oh,
maybe
that'd be
David
awesome.
Byrne did pay.
Oh, okay.
But your friend has it and just never gave it to you.
Well, in that case, maybe I need to get in touch with David Byrne and find out, and then the two of us can go do a shakedown on my friend.
Oh, I like that. God, that'd be cool. David Byrne seems like a cool guy.
He is. He seemed like a pretty cool guy. The few minutes I actually got to talk directly with him.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, as is tradition on this show, we're going to start off with cereal.
Yeah.
But, of course, our guest today is Ian, which means things have to be a little bit more complicated.
Well,
So Ian asked for a hot plate.
yeah, James, I didn't want to completely derail your bit this early into the history of Good Morning Moonbase. There was a chance when I found cereals on the line, I thought, well, I could just drop a full Japanese breakfast on him. Grilled salmon, rice, miso soup, a little bit of pickles on the side. That would be nice. But no, that's a bit too much outside the window.
Okay.
Then I thought, okay, what are the cereals of my childhood? There's Nabisco macro wheats.
Okay.
Shredded wheat style.
Okay.
There's Weetabix. Those are good, but I wanted to give you something that got me back into cereal as an adult.
Okay.
And it's a little hard to do here in Canada because they're not available. I'm bringing you clandestine cereal from across the border.
Wow.
This took a lot of people's help, and so I want to thank Wedge, Ard, Molly, and Enfys for all their help in getting me some grape nuts.
Okay. Well, I bought milk. I did my part.
Great. I'm going to be right back.
This is a whole lot. That's okay, though.
Yeah.
So what couldn't you get? So you can't get this.
Yeah, these are grape nuts.
So this is what you could not get in town.
Correct. And I'm going to bring you actually a little bowl here first.
There's no sugar. What kind of cereal is this?
Oh, there.
Hold on. Okay. It looks like bird feed.
Yeah, it's I first came to grape nuts from, I want to say Bloom County, the comic strip. Because,
Okay.
I'm a comedian, and as a comedian as a child, I tried to make my parents laugh, and that meant I read comics about Gen Xers, and they mention grape nuts a lot.
Okay.
And they are, they're unlike anything you've ever had.
Okay.
They're sweet, they're nutty, and I want to give them to you first the way I tried them. You don't need
Just
many
raw
nuts.
dog?
Well, we're going to give you a little bit of milk here, too.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm led to believe that you are to let the milk sit for a while.
Okay.
And we are going to do that. But just a little bit of milk.
Okay.
Just enough to wet the whistle. Give it a
Oh,
spoon
damn.
there. And yeah, just
Okay.
give yourself have a little crunch of that first start.
that
What?
spoon feels too big for what
My
you got
spoon
going
is
on.
too big. I'm not a fan of crunchy things, so not a good start.
You move your mic away, James. Let me see that sweet mouth.
These don't taste very good at all.
Oh, I personally love these sorts of things. If you let them sit and get mushy, apparently they get better.
Okay.
And that's how you're supposed to eat them as a normal person. Again, I came to them late in life. I loved the crunch, and
Okay.
it gave me a real good feeling. But I am led to believe that there's another way of eating your grape nuts that is, how should we say? This is the entire point,
Okay.
is that I am to put my hot nuts in your mouth. So we're gonna make some hot nuts.
Okay. So what are we doing here? What's that?
This is butter.
Okay.
Butter is necessary. I was told in a video to look a person directly in the eye and say, I will not use margarine. I have not used margarine since I returned to this country from abroad.
Okay.
So we're
you
gonna
got
take,
you got about 2 tablespoons of butter over there, maybe?
Yeah, about 2 tablespoons of butter.
Okay.
You're just gonna toss this in because I'm gonna use it as a measuring cup. So we want to about equal amounts of nuts and grape nuts and milk. I'm calling for about half a cup if we're gonna have 2 servings here. So we'll measure that out in there. And then we'll do for the same for the. There's a postal strike on right now, so we actually had to FedEx those nuts.
Jesus.
Not to say that Canada was pleased, by the way, with that. Both nuts were opened by the RCMP.
Really?
Yep, for inspection. No, they didn't get into the bag itself, but the boxes were popped.
Wow.
Yeah. So we got
Okay.
a pat of butter. We're gonna need about a tablespoon of sugar. I haven't bought sugar in a long time, so I've just got these cubes. We'll toss those in. Sugar's sugar. And then we're gonna put this on medium heat as soon as I figure out how to. There we go. Heat. Medium, great. And then we're just gonna stir this until it forms what I'm told will become like a caramel.
Okay.
And then we'll eat it.
Okay.
That's it. It's a hot cereal that you make with the nuts, the butter, and the sugar.
I'm curious the consistency this is going to have once it's all heated up.
I'm told that it will become its own nutty gloop, or a gloop like a nut-like homogenate.
Love some nutty gloop. Love nutty gloop.
It's my nickname in high school.
So you're not a fan of the crunch.
Not like a hard like this is like I don't mind some crunch. That's this bite like this right out of the box with just a bit of milk was about
Too much?
a little too much crunch for me.
I do worry about my teeth sometimes, but then again, I don't normally.
It's just like I just don't derive a sense of joy out of like biting hard down on something that is going to fight back.
I guess it's for me. It's sort of a why go for half measures.
See, this is already better. Like, it's still not a taste that I'm like a huge fan of, but consistency-wise, this is a much more enjoyable mouthfeel now.
I should admit, I have been snacking on this one of these boxes as a late night style snack, but I've been doing that with the leftover heavy cream I had at home. So yeah, it makes for a really nice late nighter.
All right. So how is this something you've been doing a lot of recently now that you've got your nuts?
No, this is actually my first
Is this
time.
the first time you're doing this?
This is first time on camera, first time for me at all.
All right.
So I am lactose sensitive, not lactose intolerant.
Okay.
I do tolerate lactose, but I do have a sensitivity that can cause me to break out in canker sores, which meant, those first 7 to 10 years of your life where you're eating cereal every morning with milk.
Yeah.
And yeah, you just a constant battle with canker sores until the end of that. Until I just decided I don't want to have cereal for breakfast for a week, and then they stopped.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But it looks like we're starting to get some.
He in fact added 3 cubes of sugar, I think.
Yes, I did. I was told the measurements and the ratios are rough, but you want about half and half liquid, and then about a tablespoon or your cereal spoon.
Wait, did you bring this from home?
Those, yes.
I like how you have gaff tape to hold it closed.
I actually bought those back in, I want to say November of 2014.
This box of sugar in 2014?
I don't use that much sugar, James.
What the hell? Isn't this expired sugar then? The sugar expired?
I don't think sugar expires.
It's kind of. What?
It's a dry good. It can't expire. It gets wet, maybe.
Isn't sugar just like a thing that's in the ground?
Okay.
How can it go bad?
You're thinking salt.
Oh. Wait, where's sugar come from?
Trees. These
right.
cubes grow on trees.
Yeah.
It comes like this.
Gotcha.
yes.
I am definitely thinking of salt.
So here's the thing for you then, Ben. Fun fact, all salt is sea salt, whether it comes out of the ground from a mine or from the ocean directly. Those deposits in the ground were originally seabeds.
I mean, sea salt is better than regular salt.
What I'm saying is they're the same salt.
Oh, no.
Okay, I think we're starting to get to the... Yep, there we go. You want to keep turning it until it turns into something that stays together. And this is definitely staying together, getting caramelly.
Oh.
Oh,
How you feeling, James's face?
okay, I think we're good
Why
here.
can't somebody just say Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
It used to be that way, and then it took like 3 episodes. Well, I mean, it started off with Minecraft sludge, you know?
Yeah. Oh.
I do have to say this is apparently a Minnesotan treat. So
Oh, they're the worst. I know a few of those people. Oh, this is...
I'm excited to see what this turns into in my mouth.
Yep.
Ooh.
That's... Yep.
Okay.
Cheers.
Whoa.
Oh, actually, you know what?
Whoa.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I-
When I was told the texture would be like a caramel, I didn't expect the taste to also.
Yeah, you know, I think... I'm wondering if instead of this sugar, brown sugar
Ooh, like full
in
brown?
this would be, I think, a little bit better.
I think so.
And then you just sprinkle just a teeny bit on top at the end.
The other thing I was going to try, but I didn't want to stray too far from the path, was maple syrup.
Oh, that would be good too.
Oh.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
It is hot.
It's hot. It's also... Oh, sorry. Oh. Apologies. It's dense.
Oh yeah.
Like-
it's a lot.
I've had 2 spoonfuls and I feel like I've eaten
Yep.
a full bowl of cereal.
I don't think
I don't think I'm going to eat all this.
I am absolutely not going to because it's the milk is starting to get down to the stomach level. But boy, is this good!
Not bad.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
you just need just a little, like a little egg cup worth would be enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm impressed.
The dessert of breakfast. Yeah,
Good nut.
and a good nut to you too,
Good nut.
sir.
Is James choking on Ian's hot nuts? Yeah. Like you do. Like you do. Yeah, man. I'm impressed. Ben, you want to come out and try some of this?
Yeah, I'm curious, and this is the first time I've done this.
We got a fresh spoon.
Yeah, yeah, we do have fresh spoon. There you go. I am
It is really warm.
Yeah, I am genuinely surprised with how much I actually kind of don't mind that.
This is something that, like, I'd have a small, like, half of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like
That's
that.
not
Would,
bad.
yeah.
That's not bad.
Like that with some like fresh fruit maybe.
Oh yeah, some blueberries.
Some blueberries.
Just a little bit of acid to cut through it. That's real nice.
Damn.
Yeah, it's one of those dishes that when you look at it,
It does not look at all
no.
like
The fact that you can put it
I mean
sideways.
it's
says volumes.
Blizzard. It's upside down right thick.
Tempting fate, my dude.
Dude, it's not moving.
But I think that with as you were saying, some sort of berry or whatever, and
Yeah.
somebody to cut a little bit. That was great.
Yeah. Ideal forms described, thank you, Molly, was a gloopy substrate. And that definitely is what it is.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Not a big breakfast person myself, unfortunately, these days, but this definitely makes the
And
short
see,
list.
that's the thing. Like I love breakfast, but I love like a big breakfast. Like, breakfast is fun when it's like, traditional like bacon, eggs, toast, hash browns, whatever.
Brunch, baby.
Brunch
it's
is
all
great.
about brunch.
Yeah, brunch is great as well. Yeah, I don't know if I could eat this every morning,
Oh, no.
but
But on a cold,
yeah,
cold morning.
honestly, like as we move into winter, that would be a really good like December, January, February meal.
Well, I got another box of nuts. So.
Cool. All right. Hey, well done. Well done. I'm impressed. Kudos.
Thank you. And thank you again to all those who made this happen.
Yeah.
Shipping my nuts to James's mouth directly.
Great. Clip it. That's the ticket. All right. So I actually I had a great idea for a bit too late this morning. I told these guys before we went live. If you didn't know, Loading Ready Run turned 22 yesterday. We didn't really plan anything. 22 isn't really a big thing that I think we needed to celebrate. And also, we're busy. We got stuff going on. Desert Bus is just around the corner, But I had a great idea this morning that I wish I had time to have done, which was Lur turned 22. So here's a slideshow of other things that turned 22 today, just to really make us all feel extremely old. But I didn't get to that. So I have another thing that I'd love to talk to Ian especially about. Ben, I'd also love to hear your thoughts on my discussion topic for the day, which is the importance of physical media.
Ooh.
And I when I realized that Ian was going to be the guest this week, I started racking my brains for things that we could talk about. But things that we could talk about, because I know Ian I know a lot of your interests, but there's not a lot of overlap with your interests and my interests.
There's a few things, but it's not a big.
Yeah,
we're not a big Venn diagram.
and not like a lot of the things that you all know us for, that you know Ian for, that you know me for. Not a huge amount of overlap, but I think the importance of physical media is probably one that we can both agree on.
Right.
And I would be curious to know, just your general thoughts on that very big picture idea, but also what kind of physical media you still actually use in your life on a day-to-day basis or a week-to-week basis, or even month-to-month, honestly, because I think like that's where I'm at with physical media at the moment, which is I think it is deeply important to keep ourselves connected to that kind of media. I think it's important that you can reach out and you can touch and you can feel your music or your movies or your video games or anything. But it doesn't need to be daily, right? The fact is that streaming and digital downloads and all that stuff is just wildly convenient. It works extremely well. It just makes sense for your day-to-day, right? But I think it's really important that we try to keep a hold of the idea of physical media. So curious about your thoughts on that. Curious about how you interact with physical media at this point in your life and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. This has been a journey for me, actually, because back in 2004, I specifically made it my New Year's resolution and my goal of that year to remove physical media from my life. At that point, I just started getting into the DVD craze.
Yeah.
Started accumulating DVDs, had a bunch of CDs that I'd bought from used shops and from Beej as well, and just decided, you know what, computers are the way forward.
Yeah.
So let's rip everything and put it all on hard drives and make it available there. And I love digital media for what digital media affordances are good. And that means things like searching and ease of access. And unfortunately, that's not something that is really an active part of the computer world today. The computer industry is focused on that algorithm, on keeping you involved in the services. It's not set up to make it easy for you to just find what you want, look at just that and then be done with it and detach, which is the important thing. It's being able to detach from that algorithm and go on living the rest of your life. But now I look at physical media slightly differently. Again, looking at the affordances that it has and the ritual that you can have when you're using it. So, for example, music. If you want to listen to some music, you could say, "Hey, Dingus, play the latest Charlie XCX track," and you can have it. That's fine. But that's different from the intentionality of thinking, I want to listen to some music, but I have a limited set of music that I have here in front of me that I can choose from. Now I have to actively think about what is it that I want to listen to, pull it out, continue to think about it while I'm handling this physical thing, looking at a big cover image. You know, small cover images, they're nice. The high resolution screen's good. But that big picture, again, priming my mind for what's going to come next from the music, putting it on the thing, maybe cleaning the needle or cleaning the record itself beforehand. It's all part of the listening that isn't just the listening, because we aren't just one sense at a time. We contain multitudes, and we suck multitudes into our bodies through all of our senses.
Yeah. I mean, I think I think it's interesting the way that you talked about how in what year did you say 2004?
2004. Yeah.
2004. Like you and I are about the same age. You're a little older than I am, but roughly we're in the same age category. And I think we probably went through the same thing. I'd actually be really interested to hear Ben's side of this, because Ben is a little bit younger than both of us. But you grew up. You know, we grew up with especially CDs. CDs were a big one. VHS tapes, DVDs, Blu-rays, and then you're right. By the early to mid 2000s, it feels like a lot of people our age started to be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, digital is the future. I never want to see a DVD again. I never want to see a CD again. I never want to see a cassette again. Blah, 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 blah." Not everybody, I should note. There are a lot of people out there who stuck with their gut and kept their DVD collection, kept their Blu-ray collection, kept purchasing throughout the years when, not
upgrading them too.
Yeah, upgrading them. Yeah, absolutely. So it was really interesting that was a big push for a lot of us 20 years ago. And now we're kind of trying to claw a little bit of that back, realizing that, maybe going entirely digital wasn't the greatest choice. Although when we made that choice 20 years ago, the media landscape and the internet especially looked entirely different.
Well, and it was also difference in quality too. We were coming off of VHS and off of standard definition TV and into this world of a DVD, which could never degrade. You could never have less quality than MPEG-2 compression. I mean that both positively and negatively, because it was garbage. That MPEG-2 compression is, in fact, garbage. It looks terrible. VHS is, in fact, a better medium than that. But the point was that we knew it was digital. The CD was digital. It was if you rip it off the CD and put it on your computer, it's exactly the same quality, perceptibly, as what you had. And the same thing with the DVDs. And so it was a case of we weren't losing anything from it other than just this piece of plastic or piece of cardboard. And I think what we're finding out is that it's not what's on the disc that matters, because that doesn't change. That's all digital anyway. It's how we interact with it. If we want a better quality something, we should be, we should be buying things on 35 millimeter film for our home projectors. Same with vinyl. It's not a better quality medium than the digital, but it is different in a intentional manner.
I agree. Ben?
Yo,
I'm kind of curious about your relationship with physical media, because, as I said, and I'm not being yuck, haha, you're so much younger, but you got 10 years. We got 10 years on you.
it's true.
Being born in the early 90s, what was your relationship with physical media in your childhood?
Yeah, I mean, so obviously the 90s were primo time for home video, VHS kind of time. Like that was obviously the golden era, I would say, of especially Disney and everything coming out in that. So it was a big part. And so I was definitely a collector of physical things, and especially too when it came to games and stuff. I was a chronic midnight release. Like at any game that I was interested in, I was at EB Games for the midnight launches of these so that I could collect like, the boxes and stuff. I still have like up till like Cataclysm, all of the like World of Warcraft expansion releases and stuff like that. It was like a physical box. But as time went on, I became a pretty quick adopter of team like digital, because the problem is I have way too many goddamn hobbies. So it's like, between Magic the Gathering and Warhammer and video games and stuff like that, there's no room to store like half the crap, right? And it was, I think recently was like a really good example of like, I went through all my like 3DS games and stuff like that and realized I had like value there. And it's like, this is literally just sitting in a box in my closet right now. I could turn this into something I use. So I traded all my stuff in and I got a Switch 2 for free, but it's just like, it's tough because there's obviously a lot of memories associated with it. And I agree too. There's something, very, very nice about having the, instead of being like, I have the whole of music at my disposal, on my smartphone, it's nice to be like, this is my collection that I have. Yeah. And today I'm going to listen to this album, right? And so like, I do enjoy like the record aspect of it. I think even more so nowadays, where with the digital push of you buying something digitally now doesn't actually mean you own it in a lot of instances. There's been that shift in the past couple of years. Xbox has just been like shooting their brand over and over with a shotgun.
Some of us have been banging that drum about the licensing versus ownership for years.
Yeah, and it's really starting to come to a head that at any point, Steam is allowed to take a game off of their or I think that there was a law that just passed that can't happen now, but I remember that there was just like a whole big thing where it's like Steam could just take a game off of Steam and you just don't own it anymore. Which is horrifying, right? So I think to that aspect, the physical collection aspect, I think, is really nice. I have kind of hit the middle point where I've become so maybe not like disenfranchised, I'm disillusioned with how digital ownership v physical, because physical ownership has also become a little bit of a luxury aspect, right? Like, like if you want something, you're like, man, I loved Super Mario 64 or Super Mario RPG for the N64. I'm going to go pick up a cartridge of that. And it's like $300 in box, right? It's just like, so you're kind of hosed on both ends.
But don't even forget, the minute you start putting that physical box in your house, that now should be paying rent.
So that,
even if it's $5 because it's less than a square foot. It's still space in your house that no longer can be filled with something else.
Yeah, and I become like very annoyed that I got into it with somebody because we were talking about the Pokemon TCG and about how it's so frustrating that I can't just play the game because it's been commodified so heavily, right? And I think that ties really into like the physical collection of things, right? Where I think it's fairly indicative of where we are at in society, that we've adultified our things. So it's just like, it's not, hey, I pulled this really cool card, I'm so excited and it looks so neat. It's, hey, I pulled this really cool card. How much is this worth? How much can I sell this for? And so I've hit the middle ground where I pirate everything. I ride, as they say, I ride the high seas. And it's tough because, I support the things that I can and I want to, but it's also just like become one of the de facto ways to archive media that now is just getting lost to the ages.
Agreed.
Especially animation is like so bad for this in the past couple of like decades, where a company, pays for the thing, they cancel this show or they cancel this movie or whatever, and then all of that animation gets removed from their sites, their everything, and then the only way that you can ever get it, especially if they didn't release it physically, is through piracy.
Yeah, and so many things just don't get a physical release these days, especially in North America. And then if you're talking about the Japanese stuff coming over, you get a bad physical release here.
Yeah.
So preservation is an important part of it.
Yeah.
And I have really shifted my purchasing from things. media to things that can only exist in a physical way and can only be enjoyed in a physical way. And there's one thing of one of my favorite design studios out of New York, Che Wei and Taylor, CW&T, the people who made my pen that goes pop.
Oh yeah.
They've got a new product that they're kickstarting right now called it's microfiche, micro lens. Point is, they've hired a guy who works with microchips, so that he's going to put together what's essentially a golden record.
Okay.
That's that big, and artists have been given their opportunity to claim some space on this golden disc, and they're manufacturing a highly precise lens sort of monocle thing that you can put the little fiche into and read out the little pieces. And because of the way it's constructed on this microchip, unless it's physically smashed, the information on that is going to last forever. And so I want to get some stuff on there, but it's one of those things that, okay, this is something that will last forever. This is now an artifact that I can hold and watch patina over time. Before the show, we were talking about jeans. And I just recently have gotten into. I'm now one of those jean guys. I own 2 pairs of of salvage denim because I was looking for something that would wear. I was sick of going to Costco 3 times a year to buy a new pair of jeans.
That's fair.
And just to have them wear out. And now I've got something that will last me for. Well, I'd hope a decade, but it's going to make for a nice wearing, hige things, and you'll get your coin wear in the pocket too.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Yep.
I think I owe you ice cream or something now. I don't remember how this works.
We'll get a coffee or something.
Cool. All right. What is your in sort of, because that is obviously a very niche piece of media that you were talking about, but in your sort of day-to-day life, how are you interacting with physical media on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis? What are you doing?
I've been buying zines recently from some of my.
I like that.
Yeah, there's some of my favorite blogs that do some very good in-depth writing about the history of Japanese animation. Have started doing zines in the style of what would have been a zine in Japan at the time. So that's zimmerit.moe. I can bring a few of those in if you're curious about that. And honestly, the biggest media purchase that I've made recently was a poster from a movie from 1984 that I had to have imported from Japan. But again, that's one of those things where I could look at a picture of the poster on the computer, but that's not the same as being able to get right up close to it and see that the dots from the offset printing process.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You do vinyl too, right?
Oh yeah, I've got a
Like
big old vinyl collection.
Big vinyl collection.
I built shelves in my place with the intention that one of the shelves would be for my turntable and its amplifier, and then underneath that would be my record collection. I thought I'll never fill that. It's just about full.
How many?
Oh,
What are you at now?
Lord, you know what? It's probably close to 50 because I bought one of those packages of the outer plastic of 50, and I've used them up now.
Use all of them up.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I think we just split a pack.
Yeah.
recently.
That was a while ago. Yeah. I try to. It's tricky because like I love the act of putting on music, and I don't care. However you want to interact with your music in a physical ways, I don't care. I think that in 2025. The last thing we need to be doing is arguing about audio quality at this point. Like, just move on, give up.
I mean, both of us are old enough that we can't tell anyway.
I don't care. If you want to listen to it on vinyl, great. If you say CDs sound better, you're right. They probably do, but I don't care. But CDs are great too. Same with cassettes. 8-track, reel to reel. I don't care how you listen to music. Just listen to music. But it does require you to take the time for it. So it is tricky sometimes. I definitely my goal this year, after I'd realized that like I had all these records and I was maybe listening to them like once a week, was to do 3 records a week. That was my kind of goal. And occasionally I hit it, occasionally I don't, but that's kind of like my big thing. I mean, I think it is funny that like all of us millennials are like, man, I would love to have a huge DVD library and a vinyl library or cassette or CD or whatever, but the problem is we don't have space. We can't afford the space.
Yeah, I like to do if I can, a good Sunday morning for me is sitting down, making a coffee, putting on an album, and then just sitting down and doing some reading while that's in the background.
That's why I have a jazz collection. That's my favorite time to listen to jazz.
Oh.
Is like Saturday or Sunday morning, depending on which morning I have free. Put on a record, make a coffee, maybe sit outside on the deck because I can still hear because my house is so small.
Oh yeah,
That's all I can afford. I can go anywhere and hear my vinyl. It's great. Cool. Ben reminded me talking about video games that I remember when I used to rent big box PC games.
Oh,
you could do that?
Yeah, there was a place. Wow. So there was a place up at University Heights. It's now gone because they've basically torn down that entire mall. I don't remember what it was called, but they would rent out big box PC games. It's how we played Baldur's Gate originally, and like Bill and I would rent that for the weekend, and then we would just sit there and play it for 18 hours straight and then return it.
You gotta you have to accentuate Bill and I, because we go Bill and I was like,
Bill Nye and I. Bill Nye and I.
James Turner and Bill Nye play Baldur's Gate.
We would sit down and we played Baldur's Gate for like 18 hours straight. It was the greatest day of my life. But yeah, God, those were the days. Well, you just rent them, and because there was very little DRM back in the day, if you wanted, you could just copy it, right? Just make a copy of the CD very easily.
But you talk about physical media and the affordances thereof, and that was something a very different time back in the Nintendo days, or even getting into PlayStation. As long as you kept those games on a cartridge or a disc, that was something you could trade with friends.
Yes,
and become better friends by trading games with people.
Yeah.
The world it's so annoying. I was like, the world needs Blockbuster again. Like, it's like, I think it's, as for video games, it was so great because it's like, you want to try something, you don't want to, at this point, $100 try something. And so Blockbuster's great for that. And then I was on team, like, and so Game Pass has been really nice for that.
Yeah.
And then Xbox was like, no fun. Shot that this month. But yeah, I think the urge for just I know we're talking about, the ownership and stuff like that, but there was, I think, something really nice about the rental options of just like, I want to, play this experience. I don't need to physically own this kind of thing, and then like getting to scoot on to the next thing. I think I don't know. I appreciate that.
I hate that kids don't have the experience of like getting off of school on a Friday, renting a game for whatever console they might have for the weekend, and then getting up early as hell on Saturday and Sunday morning to play as much as you possibly could before you had to return it Sunday afternoon. God, those were the days.
Think about even the what kids are missing out on in terms of going to a Blockbuster just to talk for half an hour in the place about what movie you're going to
watch.
And even just being able to ask a guy at the counter, like, hey, what are good movies right now? And, not having to go to a librarian to get that sort of information.
When I worked at a Blockbuster when I was a teen, we were also right across the street from a Rogers Video, and we'd have like turf wars against each other and stuff like that, like friendly competition sort of a thing. But we, like, every once in a while, one of us would like run outside and like throw a wet towel on the other person's like window, or whatever, and we would just kind of keep going back and forth like that. And it was like, Rogers Video obviously went out far before Blockbuster did, but Blockbuster followed pretty quickly.
Cool. All right. That seems like a good place to wrap up the conversation, but I figured we could get a good one out of that. And hey, I was right. That was fun. Hey, Ben.
Yeah.
What do you got going on for us today?
Well, James, I didn't have a lot of time to do a lot of prep work. So I thought I would bust out a little dealio that would appeal to, I think, the both of you.
All right.
And I think I do it, especially, it's so great. I think of a thing and I'm like, I think this applies to the person who's coming on. And then they do the thing. We talked about, I did the horse quiz. And Corey talked about horses. Right. And so I wanted to do a food-based thing, and Ian came on and cooked something. So it worked out well. So I figured, because I think Ian can really dive into these, I wanted to do a couple of rounds of Scrandle. which if you two are not familiar with Scrandle, what it is it's a sort of a food-based Wordle, but not really. All it is it's going to, hold on, it's sorry, it's a little clipped here. Let me bring this up. There we go. It is a food-based this or that, essentially, but you pick what you think more people think is the better of the two arena foods.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, on the left side, for example, at the US, you've got the Fire Dog, which is a jalapeno cheddar sausage, cheddar sauce, just charred tomato pepper relish, flaming hot tortilla for $8. And then on the right-hand side, you've got the Bratwurst in Germany with a beer for $13.80. And between these two, you have to pick what you think more people said is the better one.
The better option. And of course, people will rank these based on value or taste.
Value, sometimes cultural,
importance
and stuff like that, because this is like a worldwide thing. So I think this would be, we do a couple of rounds of this, and you two can debate or whatever what you think is the better one, and we'll see.
I mean, this one feels pretty cut and dry for me, and that would be the bratwurst and beer for $13.80.
It's a tough one for me because I look at so first off, first instinct, bratwurst, absolutely. That's some good-looking mustard. I know that's going to be a good wurst.
Yeah.
And you got German beer, too.
Yeah.
How can we go wrong with that?
Exactly.
Except that Chicago dog does sound enticing. I'm a little bit on the fence about the tortilla, but
it feels significantly more. The Fire Dog feels significantly more adventurous, I will say. So my thought process is the average person is probably going to, if given the two opportunities here, is probably going to take basically a hot dog and a beer. Like, I feel like that's kind of the safer of the two options. That being said, I think if I could get the Fire Dog with the beer,
ooh,
now we're talking. But that's not an option.
It kicks it up to $13.50 though. Still,
you get a much bigger dog. It looks like on the right too. More, there's just more.
Certainly getting a lot more bread.
Yeah,
like you get.
That's a good looking bun.
It is a good looking bun. Good looking bun. Good looking wiener. The mustard looks good. Yeah, I'm
Thanks,
going.
man.
Yeah, I'm going bratwurst. I'm going bratwurst and beer.
I think if we're judging based on what the public likes, bratwurst and beer.
Yeah.
All right, we're both saying the bratwurst. Oh, this was the vote. Well, great.
Oh.
Now we're into the real thing. We'll find out later.
All right.
Whoops, I cut off the top, so I forgot to tell. All right, so on the left side, we've got pulled pork loaded fries.
Okay.
No price data on this. Jesus. It looks like I think it's Cheese Whiz.
So what's interesting?
There is like some
Yeah,
mozzarella
what
there.
I'm not loving about the pulled pork loaded fries is that looks like England doing their best job at what Americans would want.
Look at the size of those fries. To begin with, look at the size of those fries.
Those are big. Yeah, those are
That's
big, thick
either
boys.
a tiny portion or huge fries.
Yeah.
And that pulled pork. Where's the pork? I'm seeing a lot of gravy. I'm seeing a lot of sauce. I'm seeing a lot of very melty cheese.
It looks like it would be very gooey.
Like that's going to taste mostly like barbecue sauce, I think, and not going to be good. Whereas
on the right, we've got the foot-long Mexican hot dog.
Now,
also no data on it, but like it's $12.50 in the U.S. and Orlando.
Yeah.
But foot-long hot dog, foot-long Mexican hot dog. Now we're talking.
What's a foot long? What makes it Mexican?
I see that I think those are jalapenos in the middle there.
Okay.
Probably a chipotle drizzle down
I
there.
appreciate that. Like, here's the thing, with the pulled pork loaded fries, you are getting a single experience.
I mean, depending on how long you let it sit, you're getting a single fry.
Yeah, but every bite is going to be exactly the same makeup of potato and a bunch of goop.
Yeah.
With the foot-long Mexican hot dog, you've got two entirely different eating experiences here.
I mean,
because you're going to be eating just wiener, but then you're going to be eating wiener and bun.
hear me out, break off a bit of the wiener, dip it in the middle sauces.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Although, does that say 12-pound 50?
Yeah, so
does.
So it's like
that-
$20
25
hot dog?
Canadian, yeah.
How the hell? Yeah, that's a lot of money for a hot dog.
It is in the stadium, which does jack the price by a certain amount.
I
like the left, if not for what is very clearly like Cheese Whiz.
Yeah, I'd love to know the price on that pulled pork.
Yeah.
I feel like that's probably some important information, but I think I'm going to go pulled pork. I think the majority of people will have gone with the pulled pork loaded fries.
Honestly, I like to think Europe has taste. So I'm going to go with the foot-long hot dog.
All right.
All right, so we're gonna go. I'll put in Ian's answer, but we're saying that each of you are divided. So we're gonna go with Ian, and it was James.
Oh,
Let's go.
Okay.
All right. So
Oh, Lord.
point for James. Yeah, point for James here. And so we've got a cheeseburger out of England, $4.50.
What is that?
a very different. I mean, it's what it says on the tin, right? And then we've got the nacho sharer out of Arsenal.
Sorry, that is a trough.
Yeah,
sir.
right? Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. The nacho sharer doesn't actually look significantly more appetizing, but I mean, it's got to be the nacho. Even at that cost difference, which is enormous, $4.50 versus $20.
Yeah.
That's a 4x price right there. But like, come on, man. There's nothing appetizing at all about that cheeseburger.
Where do you want to be? Because this looks like it's 3 seats long. Where do you want to be on the nacho trough?
Oh, not on the middle.
Never in the
Absolutely.
middle. Never in the middle. You want to be on the left or the right, 100%. Probably I want to be on the left so I can use my right hand, and I'm like right there.
I was just thinking that. Yeah. Which,
and I
how
would
handed
see,
am I?
Yeah, and if you're left-handed, I could see you wanting to be on the right side so that you can use your dominant hand. Yeah. But never in the middle.
Offhand for the drink, of course.
I like, as Chet's saying, this is like the human centipede of food experience, where you just don't want to be in the middle.
But like, look at this burger. The bun looks dry. The patty looks burnt. The cheese looks thin.
It looks terrible.
Yeah.
But on the other hand,
Uh-huh.
sports people are not always the best thinkers.
That's true.
This seems to me to be a utility meal. Like, you are at the game, you're at the footy, and you want to wolf down a cheeseburger. Obviously, you are going to get some ketchup and some relish and some mustard from the side stand. You're not gonna eat it like that. I think for £4.50, that's gonna be a good little snack for you.
I have a question. So both of these are coming from the UK, from England specifically. Mm-hmm. And we have some people in chat, I'm sure, who are in England right now, and I'm sure are football fans and go to the games. Is this food that has always been available, or is this you guys doing America as best as you can? Because like, these are definitely like,
specifically in this
head,
instance too, because
yeah.
I know there are instances where you try to do America.
I mean, this is showing like where they're from. Like on the left, you got Everton in 2023, and this is Arsenal in 2023.
Yeah. So like, I'm just curious if 20, 30 years ago that this kind of food fair exists in stadiums across the UK, or is this more of a recent thing where they're like, oh, we got to get what Americans eat at football games? Because like,
I'm seeing nachos are new last decade or two.
The burgers make sense, although that's just a sad ass looking burger. Hey, look, I'm going nacho.
Make a choice. Yeah.
I'm nacho.
Once again, a house divided.
Oh, you're going on burger?
Cheeseburger.
All right, we're going with Ian's choice. Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, so that's
What
another
are
point
these
for James.
percentages, by the way?
I don't quite understand. I think it's the people who in like the thing that we had at the beginning between the two. It's the amount of people who voted for that one between the two, I believe. But
With Parmesan, I'm seeing here.
yeah. So on the left, we've got Bracknell Town in England, 2024. Cheesy chips. It looks like liquid cheese on French fries. And on the right side is Toronto, Canada. Spaghetti meatball fries.
What the hell is that?
That is French fries with a meatball, and there is spaghetti in there.
I don't want either. Neither of these look appetizing to me. If I had to pick for myself, I'm going to get the spaghetti with meatballs and fries and probably just eat the spaghettis and meatballs and leave the fries.
I feel like you'd eat them as two separate meals.
Yeah,
right. Like
maybe.
you would just eat the spaghetti and meatballs, and then once those are off,
Yeah,
then you start picking up the fries.
Yeah, I agree. Oh God, I'm going to go spaghetti and meatball fries just because again the cheesy chips look wildly unappetizing.
3 beers in, those cheesy chips are going to be
The bomb.
very, very enticing.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
And that I feel like some people are voting aspirationally on these things, but I am not going to a football club for any sort of culinary experimentation.
No.
I want the cheese from the vat.
Yeah. Okay.
People more on the spaghetti.
Weirdos.
Oh no! Okay, here we go.
All right, so I mean, this brings me back to hot dog basement. Yeah, Cenote. So on the left, we've got Copenhagen 2025 Denmark, the hot dog, which looks kind of like a wiener
What is it?
churro.
I'm so confused by. Is that ketchup?
And is it just around the rim?
Could be like a tomato sauce or something.
Yeah.
And then the Stenning stack from England and Stenning Town 2021 with chips, just a absolute mess of.
Yeah.
It looks great. I would eat this at a restaurant.
That's the key. At a restaurant, fork and knife, where I can, or at least where I can get to the bathroom, or a napkin
to clean up
Yeah,
nicely.
that's great.
Yeah.
But boy, that. I have a feeling people are going to vote for the stack because it does look good, but they're not thinking in terms of where they're going to be eating it.
I think that hot dog's great.
I think I'm going hot dog. Like, you can't beat $3.30. Like, that's a great price.
Yep.
It looks incredibly inviting.
It's clearly going down further below the picture, so I feel like you're going to get a decent amount of dog in that.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused. Like, how far does the dog go all the way into whatever the bun is?
Yes.
I have to assume so.
It's like a pocket, like they hollowed out a baguette.
Yeah.
And shoved a wiener down it.
Really big drill bit. Culinary drill bit.
I'm going hot dog on this one.
Yeah, big hot dog.
All right, team hot dog. Damn, yeah, the stack for sure was gonna get it, but I agree with you all. All right, we got the double smash burger from Chatterton, England, with fries and a can of your choice for 10. And on the right, we got short rib grilled cheese.
Okay, this is the
from
first
the
one
US.
that looks to me like it's this is a fair fight.
I feel like, I mean, just appearance alone, I think the double smash burger has it. Like, that's a good looking burger. That's a good looking bun. It's toasted.
Those are some big onions.
Messy as hell.
I'm getting rid of the onions personally. I'm not a big fan of raw onions in my burger because they just immediately overtake everything else.
Raw what, James?
Shut the hell up. But yeah, those are gone. But that thing just looks good. The short rib cheese, grilled cheese, like, it looks good, but it looks pretty mid. You know, I don't know.
How do you dress up a grilled cheese? Is my
Yeah.
question there. That's sauce.
That's in Dallas too.
I feel Dallas. That's okay. You're gradienting into barbecue county there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say that I'm going to go the short rib grilled cheese.
I'm going double smash.
Okay, so split across.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, we'll
Once
go with
again.
Ian's short rib grilled cheese. It is the double smash. Here you go.
Oh my
Oh
god.
boy.
Did we-
This is where it gets good.
Okay.
Apparently,
here
we're
we
at
go.
we're at Fire Festival.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So on the left, we got Manchester City, England, with a beef pie and oof. And then on the right, we've got Scotland with their nachos.
Those look awful. Those look like somebody grabbed a bag of nachos with force because they're all broken and chipped and everywhere.
And that was absolutely self-pumped.
And then you can also tell that, like, it was not a smooth pump.
No,
so
it
they
was not.
probably like banged it a couple times and like a lot came out and then a little came out.
Oh yeah, because the tip must have been dry. So
Yeah,
just-
exactly.
Yeah, ugh.
But then the beef pie looks wildly unappetizing as well.
This looks like the bread isn't even like that. Looks like a bowl, and this is also just like really old French onion soup.
Yeah.
It looks like if I put my head over top of it, a face hugger is going to get me.
I mean, between the two, I feel like it. God, I don't know. The thing that scares me about the beef pie is that there are secrets there, right?
Yep. Hidden.
I don't know what's inside that.
Who knows what lies beneath the surface?
Yeah. At least with the nachos, it's all out on the table, right? It's all there for you to see. Nothing's going to surprise you. And for that reason, I go with the nachos.
I'm going to go beef pie. Scotland can do better.
All right.
Oh, absolutely.
Going with Ian's choice. Damn.
What?
That was.
I honestly thought I didn't have that one.
All right. Well. Okay. All right. We got some bog standard chicken wings. I mean, these are fine looking dry wings over in
Spain.
Presumably,
Spain,
you
yeah.
also get the Coke?
would
it doesn't say with it, but maybe. I would assume it probably came with it if it's in the photo.
Yeah.
And then you got a hot dog with onions over on the England side.
And that's from England.
Yeah.
I mean,
$4.50 for it. I would say $5.65 for all these wings, and then you got $4.50 for this hot dog.
Yeah, I mean, that's not. I mean, that's no Costco dog, but.
I think I'm probably going hot dog. I'm a sucker for a good hot dog. That looks tasty. Bun looks good. Like it looks like a big hot dog too. I mean, it is a big
Yeah.
hot dog. You can see that in their hand.
And they're grilled onions, so it's not raw. They're,
Yeah,
they're giving you
exactly.
something
And
nice
like
there.
that I'm down with. Good looking mustard. Yeah, the problem with chicken wings is I don't know. Some people will say like, any French fries are good because it's French fries, or like they say the same thing with pizza. I think some people do is with wings as well, but I disagree. Bad wings are just not good.
Well, and wings to me are not a one-handed food,
No.
so they lose points there.
Yeah. Maybe, God, even just chicken wings with like a dip would be better.
Something.
Um,
I worry that people are going to say those chicken wings are fresher food, and so they're going to go for that. But I think it's hot dog for me.
Yeah, I'm going hot dog.
We got double hot dog.
Double dog.
Damn.
You
I am 0 for everything.
melons. All right, here we go.
Manchester United, they got the United pie. Steak, chili, and cheese in that pie.
Okay.
It looks like it was pre-packaged because it's now on the outside of this little
Yeah.
wrapper.
Yeah.
And then on the right, we have the chili chicken wrap with chips. Interesting.
Chicken, no.
So the chips look good. The wrap does not.
Wraps never look good.
Those look, I mean, that just looks not good from this particular photo. It's also not like a very revealing photo of the wrap. Like you're getting just that cross section. And it's not an appetizing one.
No, I'm not seeing a lot of chicken. Not seeing. I mean, the chili is implied by the red.
Yeah.
If you're going to put the name of your football club on a piece of food that you're selling, presumably not just at the stands, but in Tesco's,
Yeah.
it's got to be good pie.
Honestly, it looks like a good, crusty, flaky meat pie,
Yeah.
right?
And again, meat pies are one of those things that have a fairly high floor and an absolutely impossibly high ceiling.
I think the only thing that's turning me off of the pie is I'm not going to a sports stadium to eat my food with a fork. You know? I don't know. I don't want to have to worry about that sort of hand-eye coordination.
I think it's handable, but
It's not bad. You
Yeah.
know, it's not. It certainly wouldn't be the most unpleasant experience, but I do like a good put it in my hand and bring it to my mouth. I'm gonna go with the wrap.
got to go with the pie.
All right.
And we're going with Ian. Hey, Ian's on the board. All right, we got 2 more.
Oh.
What?
We got hot dog, like from the planet Neutral.
That's
in Marseille.
Dear God.
Oh,
For
French.
5:30, and then the Grenoble foot from France as well. This is the cheese sandwich with a pint. It's got one little strip of brie with like 2 tiny ass pickles.
Yeah, I don't quite know what's going on here. Value-wise, you can't beat that hot dog. Like, I mean, $5.30 for what looks like a 10-inch dog.
And that's gonna be a French dog too.
I mean, it looks
That's
like it's
boiled for sure.
It
too.
looks boiled, and then like it looks like some of the skin is coming off, and like it looks like it was sitting in the water for about 6 hours. God, that does not look good. But neither does a cheese sandwich. But at least you get a beer.
And it's
Yeah, that's the best part of it.
okay.
Yeah.
If that is a baguette, and that's a stretch for a baguette, I mean, I like brie, I like baguette, I like pint.
Tiny ass Cornichons.
I think that's for me. That's a civilized French lunch. Cheese sandwich.
Screw you. I'm going hot dog.
All right, Ian, you're going cheese sandwich.
You know it.
All right. You are correct. Those are horribly low approval ratings.
What is this?
Oh,
All right, final one. We've got,
cheesy chips.
we got cheesy chips from England, which is just like French fries with a couple of slices of one slice of American cheese broken up, and then you water in a box from West Bromwich Albion.
Oh, what is it? What? I can't read that. What does it say? Spring source there? Sustainable?
100% recyclable, sustainable spring source. Yeah.
Okay.
Better water, better world.
Water that came from the ground and that we put in a box.
And charged you for it. Yeah.
Is there writing on the box of the fries, Ben, at the very top there?
No, that's just saying where it's from.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, it's from Scrandle.
From Scrandle.
Dude, those chips look like sweaty and wet.
Yep.
Those look terrible, and the cheese is wildly unappetizing. What were they? What is the thought process behind what they're trying to make here?
We heard you like cheese.
Yeah.
We didn't put any more thought into it.
Oh man,
Do they ever melt? Does that cheese ever melt?
but like why is it up against just a box of water? I mean, I'm gonna go with the water,
yeah,
right? Like, what's
Yeah.
the? How do you? In what universe do you pick the box of fried cheese?
You're hungry.
I don't think I'm ever that hungry.
Not that hungry. Those fries absolutely had been sitting under a heat lamp for 2 hours or more.
I think that they had been made, put into that box, and then just closed, and then had been sitting there for a while. So that's why they're all like wet, like the condensation just started to build up on them.
But if they came out of the fryer, then you'd think that the cheese would have had any melt to it.
Yeah, maybe they throw it on at the time.
So here's a question: how? Because there's no price data on that cheesy chips, probably because they've never actually sold one. What price does the cheesy chips have to be
Free.
For me,
for you to choose it over the water in a box? Free?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd pay. I would not feel terrible about giving somebody a quarter for that, but that's as high as I'm willing
It's
to
like,
go.
James, that's a $7 carton of water.
Yeah.
Right.
Look,
Yeah.
I've spent more than that on a bottle of water before in my life.
Yeah.
I'm not proud of it. Well, sometimes I am because it's kind of fun, but it's not even all that big a bottle of water, too. That's the thing.
no, that's the standard. Yeah, that's a standard water bottle.
Like I would want more out of my water. Yeah, I'm going water in a box.
I don't want the chips. I don't want the water, but I don't want the chips.
Yeah.
So
All
yeah.
right. Yeah, you're right.
Hey.
Congratulations.
Well, I never take me to stadium, I guess.
Oh man, I slid way down.
Yeah, you're deep in the Scrandle line. But I really enjoy Scrandle as a like a instead of like a lot of the Wordle kind of things, because it's just like a less of a man, I gotta grind my brain, and more of a just like, let's look at these two foods and do
Which
some
one do you like?
comparisons.
Is Scrandle? Is it all just food, or is there other like different like versions of that game where you're getting different comparisons? I don't know what else you would compare.
Automotive Scrandle.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want, this 99 Ford Focus or, whatever?
85 Mazda pickup.
Yeah.
I mean, pickup all the way.
What do you think happened to Sabine?
I like to think Sabine's still out there, to be honest.
I think of all the cars, it probably is the most likely.
It was in fantastic condition when we picked it up, and the error that it had could have been easily fixed had we had the time to actually get the parts in.
Yeah.
So I like to believe it's just still tootling along up in the Yukon specifically.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I don't think Gandalf is still up there, because that car was not built for that area of the world.
No.
So either it doesn't exist anymore, or it got shipped somewhere where it would succeed.
Well, there's a period of time where Jay wanted to buy it at the end too.
Yeah,
Really?
I mean, I would have loved to have brought it back. I mean, like in a world where we had more time and people to drive back with, I would have happily driven it back.
I'm fully on the record as well as saying that I was considering just buying Sabine off of the site at the end of the
Yeah, I would have the
show.
same. I don't know. I assume actually. Oh God, what was Beach's car's name?
It was the Fursuit. Yeah, the Fursuit
Right.
vehicle.
I assume that car is also still probably.
A Ford Victoria like that?
Yeah.
That will run forever
Yeah.
until it's a rusted out heap.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that it was the most problematic car of the three.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was Sabine a Saab?
It
Yeah,
was.
Sabine
Well,
was-
technically a GM, but
yeah.
it was. It had the Saab badge on it.
Yeah, it pretended to be a Saab, but it wasn't quite a Saab. But yeah, I was thinking about those cars the other day, actually. So I miss my car.
Road Quest is the one piece of media that my partner's family has like fully watched of mine, because it does feel like the easiest thing.
Oh,
to be
yeah.
like,
It's
when
very
you're-
approachable.
When you're trying to explain
Extremely,
what you
yeah.
do for a living, you just go watch this.
Yeah. Oh, so you do this all the time? Oh God,
No. But if you like the jokes, please.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Wow, it's already almost 20 after 11. Wow, this show's just sped on by.
Time
So
flies.
we'll move into our final little segment of the day, which is talking, and we already kind of got into media a little bit, but that was more about the physical aspect of it. But I guess, what have you been enjoying in the last little while? Whether it be music or movies or TV shows or books or video games or whatever else exists in the world of poems, whatever exists in the world of media, have you been ingesting that has brought you joy in the last little while?
I'll give you a few.
Yeah, please.
In ascending order of accessibility.
Okay.
I want to say Peacemaker Season 2 has been one of my favorite watches this year so far.
Cool.
Especially in terms of the increasingly dire superhero world. I love the characters, love them even more, and James Gunn can do no wrong in terms of selecting music for his works.
Yeah, he is.
Especially in a way that just uses that music to grab your emotions and just twist.
Him and Edgar Wright, I think, are two of the best creators out there, film directors out there, who incorporate the music into their work in ways that I don't think many others are able to. But I haven't actually watched Season 2. Love Season 1, but never got around to 2, so I should do that.
Absolutely, it is either bingeable or spaced out. Either way, it works really well.
Cool.
So I'm going to give you a fourth one here too. Podcast that has recently just rocketed to the top of my favorites so far. Oh God, why can't Worst of All Possible Worlds?
Okay.
And it's they bill themselves as media studies in the age of a dying empire. And so they're going over podcasts, video games, movies, various things, but trying to put them in context of today and the politics and gender, media. So many lenses applied to things like Final Fantasy VII or LucasArts' The Dig.
Okay.
Just lots of very interesting media studies. And
Okay.
they're 3-hour episodes. Very, very funny fellows on the show.
That's a long. That's a
Highly
long
recommend.
podcast.
It's and but they make good use of it.
Okay,
And they're
okay.
legitimately funny. So yeah, that's oh god, again, worst of all possible worlds.
Okay.
Video game wise, I really have been enjoying Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth because I play on my own home stream. But Claire Obscure Expedition 33 is a game that comes along only every so often and is just amazing in terms of gameplay, plot, music, visuals, the whole package. It's everything I want from a game.
Okay.
Finally, I've got to give an anime answer, of course. And I've been catching up on a lot of stuff from the past. Trying to fill in some holes in my viewing, just because I like to analyze Japanese animation. So I should really learn a lot about the history of it. And I'm finally getting around to watching Hayao Miyazaki's first directorial debut. Or I don't know if it's his debut, but it's one of his most important works from 1978, Future Boy Conan. And James, if there's one thing I would recommend you should watch, it is Future Boy Conan.
Okay.
It is so incredibly approachable. It's almost you almost don't need the dialogue for it, but it's a story of in 2008. The far-flung date of
When was this made?
1978.
Okay.
Yeah, nuclear war occurs on Earth, or super nuclear war occurs.
Oh God.
And
you hate super nuclear
Yep.
war.
A few people try to escape the Earth, but they can't. And now this is, I guess, 10 years or so later, and the Earth is finally recovering. And it's the story of this boy and his adventure from his island to rescue a girl who ended up on his island and was kidnapped by these people in an airplane, and how things go from there. And if you like Miyazaki movies, you get a lot of Miyazaki, but you get a lot of that early raw Miyazaki.
Okay.
So it's not quite as floofy fun. It's definitely an all ages show.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
God, I don't feel like this is such a weird time of year for me when it comes to media because so much of my evening media time is taken up by sports. I'm a sports boy, so watching a lot of football, baseball, and hockey. But
It's been a tough baseball time.
yeah, the Blue Jays not doing so good. But video game wise, you know me. I'm a shooty man guy. Always have been. Always will be. So Battlefield 6 just came out. To surprisingly just happy joy. People just seem to be enjoying the video game, which seems really nice and a great change of pace. But it's been a ton of fun. It's exactly what I need. It's exactly the kind of game that something like Tarkov, for instance, isn't, which is a game that I can just jump on and play 20 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. 2 hours is generally where I kind of top out with those kind of games because my brain starts to get kind of fried and I start to lose my focus, I guess, or just ability to kind of quick, because it's a very fast-paced game. It's constant moving, constant jumping, constant shooting. It's just always going. Whereas something like Tarkov is a lot more slow and methodical, and there's a lot of time in menus, which again I enjoy as well. But this is the kind of game that works really well when I just want to get in an hour of playing a video game without people. It's funny because Tarkov is the kind of game where I will only play it if I have somebody to play with, or something like Counter-Strike, or those other shooters where you're on a team, and communication's very important. And that's not to say that it's not in Battlefield 6. It absolutely can be, but it is also the kind of game where you can just jump in solo and play a few games and just have a lot of fun and just zone out and play a shooty man game. So that came out on Friday, and I've played 10 hours so far, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. It's been a ton of fun. And hey, big shout out to Ashton, who hooked me up with a copy of the game because he is a good Good man.
Yeah.
A good man. So thank you, Ashton. I appreciate that. But yeah, that's like kind of the only thing I've been really getting into since last episode that I haven't talked about. Only Murders in the Building continues to be just like the coziest thing that exists on television for me right now. Every episode just makes me smile because it's so goofy and silly and unrealistic, and the three of the the three main actors work just so well
Seems
together.
like they got really good chemistry.
Yeah, they really do. So I highly recommend watching that as well. I have been meaning to get into Peacemaker season 2, so
It's
I
not
should.
going away.
Yeah, I should really
But
get it.
it might.
I should really get on that, but yeah, that's kind of been where I've been at for the last couple days. Ben, how about you?
Well, weep. For video game wise, new Pokemon game comes out tomorrow.
Ooh, tomorrow. Hell
Tomorrow.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah, so I managed to just squeak in and finish the last game's DLC last night. But I'm saving it for when I return to home streaming on Saturday, which I'm excited for. So I'll be checking that out on Wednesday. So really excited. And from the most part, the reports, people seem pretty positive of this upcoming Pokemon game, which seems exciting and cool, mainly because it runs well.
On the Switch too.
Well, I don't know. People say it runs okay on the Switch as well because they're doing two separate versions, I guess.
Okay.
But, yeah, very, very excited to give that a go. Music-wise, this morning I woke up and had the urge to listen to a band that I hadn't listened to in years. It was a classic Irish ska punk band called Chewing on Tinfoil.
Sick.
Okay.
I discovered since I was in high school, they've changed their name to Chewy, which I don't love. But Chewing on Tinfoil was a very cool ska Irish band that I recommend checking out if you're looking for a good little album. Shaving is I was listening to it on the way to work today, and it's great. Really recommend it. And then TV-wise, I have been continuing on my rundown, to watch every Star Wars piece of media around. So I'm making my way through the Bad Batch right now, which is solid. I'm very very excited because it's like if you wanted more Clone Wars, then you get this with a solid kind of story and stuff. So yeah, it's been really good. So
Are you watching chronologically, or are you watching in universe chronologically?
yeah, in universe chronologically,
Cool.
right? So it's so I watched all of Clone Wars, and then you kind of get to break off. You can either do Rebels
yeah.
or Bad Batch. So I did Rebels first, which was solid. And
That's
yeah,
been a really cool watch through.
it's great. Yeah, it's fun. And then eventually we're gonna I haven't watched any of the Acolyte yet. I've been saving Ahsoka for myself and all that kind of jazz.
Acolyte is so good.
I'm not a listen to the hype kind of person, so I'm excited to experience it in a vacuum once all the thing is gone.
Have you done Skeleton Crew yet?
No, I'm doing it.
I loved Skeleton
so
Crew.
good.
Skeleton Crew is so much fun.
Yeah, it's what makes Star Wars Star Wars.
Yeah,
It felt like a Star Wars.
It was great. I loved, and Andor obviously, but I mean that's a very different experience than Skeleton Crew.
yeah. So yeah, that's been my media thing for the people asking. Yes, Saturday 8 a.m. Twitch.tv/Bengineering. Okay, bye.
I was going to ask you, James. We didn't mention music. What's the last album you bought?
The last album I bought.
Yeah.
I bought a album by a band called I Am the Avalanche.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a self-titled album, I Am the Avalanche. It was repressed on vinyl about a couple months ago. And it was only available down in the States, so I had a friend pick it up, and he sent it up, and I got it a couple days ago. And
Nice.
I haven't actually spun it yet, but that was the last album I bought. And that's like a 20-year-old album. Like, it's probably 25 years old album. It's one of the albums that I have very closely associated with Adam specifically.
Oh, cool.
And so very excited to have gotten that one. So in terms of new albums, this year, I actually haven't really bought. Generally, I wait until the end of the year, and then I'll go buy a couple of my favorite albums from the year on vinyl. to add to my collection.
That's a cool way to do it.
Yeah. I've definitely slowed down with my record collecting. It's gotten very expensive, which is the unfortunate aspect of it getting very popular over the last couple of years. Also, everything price-wise has just gone up. And also, I just don't have the space.
Yep.
Like, there's just so much room for, I have almost 300 records now. There's only so much room in my house. So at the end of the year, I'll probably go and pick up a few from this year. Up on the top of that list is probably the Wet Leg album that came out this year. The new Hives album that came out this year is almost certainly going to be in the top of that list. And then maybe one more, and we'll see how it goes. There's still 3.5 or 2.5 months left in the year. You never know. Maybe something good's going to come out. What about you?
Oh, the last one I bought was the Claire Obscure soundtrack on vinyl.
Oh, nice.
Almost lost my PayPal account due to that because kept trying to insert the two-factor. Wouldn't work. Then realized I just booted from Linux, and it had changed my date on my computer. So it was giving the wrong code. And I was to the point where I just about had to call PayPal to reactivate it, but got that back.
All right.
Last one that made it to my hands, though, was Hiroko Moriguchi did the theme song for Gundam Zeta, the second Gundam series, and then started doing covers of other songs and has basically become the de facto Gundam songstress at this point. And she just put out earlier this year her 4th album in the Gundam cover series with a full orchestral backing.
Ooh.
And so it's a double album of her singing with the orchestra and then just orchestral versions of the songs as well. And it's
cool.
Spectacular.
Hell yeah. Awesome. All right, friends. Well, it's 11:30. That's going to do it for the show. What a great episode. Lots of fun chats and, well, this is probably don't eat this anymore.
Yeah, some tepid nuts.
I love tepid nuts. Love a good tepid nut. This was actually, again, better than I expected. So
me too.
Thank you for bringing it in. Thank you for being here, Ian.
Well, and thank you for having me. It is good to be here.
Yeah. Thank you, Ben, for all your work as well.
Yeah.
And thank you for all of you who showed up this morning. Or if you're watching over on YouTube, what up, YouTube? I hope you're doing well. I want to shout out our Patreon at patreon.com/LoadingReadyRun. None of this could be possible without your support. Like this lighting cue that Ben made. Ben, you want to do the lighting cue? Ooh. And then back on. See? We couldn't do that without your support over at the Patreon, so thank you. Or here on Twitch, or over on YouTube, or checking out the store at store.loadingreadyrun.com.
I didn't know they paid my student loans.
Could not do this without you, so thank you all so much. We'll be back next week with, I want to say it's either Wheeler or Kathleen, and I can't remember which one is which. Those are our next 2 guests. I just can't remember in what order. Looking forward to it. Thank you all so much for watching today, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.